Robseco Future Farm. Today's innovations, tomorrow's solutions.
Welcome back to Future Farm. This is our new season of Future Farm this year and our first segment that we're going to be doing. Todd, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect out of Future Farm here in 2025?
Our Future Farm is a foundational platform of our entire business. Historically, we like to say it's not good because we say it is, it's good because we can prove it. Now, our Future Farm concept is not new. We're several years into it, and historically we've had really 5 feature sites in 4 different states. But boy, we've expanded it this year. We've expanded to 22 sites across 9 states, and really why we're doing that is so we can demonstrate our genetic products with our Streamline Ag seed-driven crop input products as a collective package.
Absolutely. And today what we're going to talk about is emergence and seed treatments on corn. And Todd, you look awfully cold. It's chilly out. It just rained a little bit overnight. It's overcast. It's planters are rolling. They have been rolling. Tell us a little bit about how corn emergence ratings might work.
So, corn emergence ratings and patterns are terribly important. And when we think about the emergence ability, the germination emergence ability of let's just talk about corn, emergence is how long does it take to imbibe the moisture to germinate and get that plant to the soil surface. Okay? If it takes 12 days, that's a really good thing. If it takes 22 days, that's not a good thing. If it takes 32 days, that's even a worse thing. And so that pattern makes a difference. 1, it's about establishment. How many total plants come up? Then 2, it's about uniformity from plant to plant to plant, because separation in emergent states create and magnify the competition one plant to another.
Exactly. So we rate all of our corn hybrids for their emergence ratings. And so we use a 9-to-1 scale where 9 is the best, 1 is the worst. You will not see a 1 in our portfolio for ratings. We try to commercialize hybrids that are 6 or above. And really what we're looking for in these ratings are, an 8 is outstanding. 9 is really hard to come by. It's perfect. And so, if you're looking at an 8 versus a 6 for emergence ratings, you're going to see on a real cold day, if you planted yesterday, we got some cold rain, maybe into a no-till field, you're going to see slower emergence, fewer plants coming out of the ground. It might be 10% plants differ between the two. And that's something that makes a big difference. I mean, there's a lot of conditions like this.
There's a lot of conditions, and when we think about how do we make that recommendation, so you're going to the farm today, well, not today, but you're going to the farm soon, and so it's about 2 things. It's about 1, environment, 2, management. When I think about the environment, 1, I would start with what's your soil like, because your farm has to do with the environment. So are you a 4.5% organic matter soil that's got a high clay content with lots of residue and poor drainage? It's going to stay wet and cold for a while. Or are you 2%? More sand into that and a more coarse soil that's going to be drier, it's going to be warmer. So that makes a difference. And now I look at management, so what's your management like? What's your tillage practice like? What type of tillage equipment do you use? Or are you no-till, minimum till, strip till, or are you planting into a green cover crop? All of those factors make a difference on what our recommendation would be, and maybe we want to adjust a bit based on the emergence pattern and rating of a hybrid.
Exactly. Back in 2017, we did a study looking at all of our strip trials across our business and our replicated trials, and we were able to correlate emergence ratings of each hybrid relative to the planting date and conditions in which those those fields were planted. So in April or early April, we had a lot of strip trials go into the ground where the hybrids that had a 6 or below for their emergence rating yielded significantly less at the end of the year than those that were 7 or above. But when you looked at the planting dates that were later with warmer soil temperatures, better emergence conditions, and no cold rains that happened within 48 hours of the planting dates, those yield differences completely went away. So those emergence ratings make a big difference in what you're going to see based on your planting and emergence conditions.
And when we plant corn, our intention is for every plant to look like every other plant. And when we think about that total pattern, we still want to plant when conditions are good. Okay? But then we still have to look at what's the next 5 days going to look like. What's that immediate GDU, that heat unit accumulation, going to be on any given farm?
Exactly. So Todd, emergence ratings are great for selecting hybrids to plant in the field, but they're not the entire story. You know, seed treatments also play a big role in defending that seedling as it's emerging, coming out of the ground before it can undergo photosynthesis. Tell us a little bit about high quality seed treatments and what we use here at Robseco.
High quality seed treatments, and for at Robseco, we're using Syngenta seed care material. So we're Cruiser Max, Vibrance, and Vayantis. And it is a multiple combination of fungicide package on that seed. And that package is terribly important. So when you think about that stretch, we talked about 12 days to emergence, 22 or 32. The longer your seed is in the ground, moving to the soil surface, it's at risk for disease infection. Until it gets out of the ground, until it's photosynthetically active, now it can live on its own dime. And so that's very important. And the longer you're in the ground, the more at risk we are. And those products, they will help suppress and control a wide range of different pathogens. But the ones we're really interested in corn and concerned, Fusarium, Phytophthora, Pythium. And you know, the Phytophthora and Pythium are root rods. And if you get that infection early, it will slow down and it'll hinder that emergence pattern. Now we get lack of uniformity from plant to plant to plant, and our top end yield will come off, because that separation in emergence dates, that magnification of the competition of the first plant relative to one that comes up 2 or 3 days later because of an infection problem, that creates a real difficult issue with lack of uniformity.
Exactly, and Phytophthora and Pythium are really, really prevalent in tight clay soils that may hold water, stay wet and cool for a long time. That favors their proliferation and slows down that seedling. So having a seed treatment like Vayantis in particular is the industry's best fungicide for use with Pythium.
Yes.
And now, combining that emergence rating with the seed treatment on seed allows you to make really good decisions on the farm, and having that packaged together can allow you to plan out your planting dates with various different hybrids and have a lot of confidence in doing so, that you've got genetics and seed treatments to help you out.
There are definitely some gold packages there, Jim.
Exactly. Now, you can also combine this with some planter box solutions with certain components that can help with additional help with emergence speed and speed of uniformity. But overall, these are the things you need to put together on the farm.